The significance of the bridge is really important because this was the first permanent bridge which connected Pest and Buda side. The unification of the city was later on, so this was the first opportunity for the citizens to easily reach the other side. ChainBridge is almost 200 years old and it needed some really major renovation. Since they reopened the bridge, only the public transport, cyclists and bikes and taxis, and also the pedestrians can use the bridge. My name is András Lőrincz and I'm a partner and investment manager here at Green Brother. We are an advisory company and we are helping sustainable energy, sustainable urban mobility and circular economy startups and innovators to step onto the market and try to expand as a startup should be. The ChainBridge is located underneath the Buda Castle and in between the Elizabeth Bridge and the Margaret Bridge. It's really close to the Hungarian Parliament and the Hungarian Scientific Academy's building. The oldest bridge here in Budapest is the ChainBridge. The story is really fascinating because it started almost 200 years ago, and one of our biggest thinkers here in Hungary was István Széchenyi, and he decided he will offer his whole year's salary to build a bridge between Pest and Buda. Previously, there was only an impermanent bridge, and when water was starting to freeze, there was no way to cross the Danube itself. So he started to pitch his idea as a good entrepreneur back in those days, and he started to collect money to build the first permanent bridge across the Danube here in Hungary. The actual build started in 1840. As I mentioned, ChainBridge is almost 200 years old and it needed some really major renovation. The renovation started in 2021, really early, and it took 25 months while they renovated everything because it needed to renovate and repair the pillars itself. It needed to renovate the statue lions in front of the bridge, which was really funny because they needed to take away to an actual place where they were able to renovate those. So the municipality wanted something give back to the people who lives in the city to feel the significance of the ChainBridge, and they collaborated with Lego and they built an exact replica of the lion statues and they put it on the Buda side of the bridge, and this lion was guarding the renovation period of the ChainBridge itself. Since they reopened the bridge, only the public transport, cyclists and bikes and taxis, and also the pedestrians can use the bridge. And there is a reason for that. 2 years ago, the municipality here in Budapest started a tenant meeting for all of the citizens here in Budapest, and they were able to vote what they see and what they want to change it within the city. It was a really good opportunity for the citizens because they were able to shape what they really want to do. Also, it was the Budapest Public Transport Company who supported to close down in front of the flowing traffic of cars the bridge. Within 6 months after the closure of the bridge, people were able to get used to the fact that they cannot use with a car. Before they opened it to the whole public, they started to allow for the buses to go through the ChainBridge. And they made some really good measurements, and they noticed that during the rush hours when people want to reach by bus the other side, it took half time less without the car flow, and it was much more easier for the people to reach one side, which means that instead of 21 buses per hour, it was able to flow through 27, which meant 500 more people were able to reach the other side much more easier. Also, before that, there was not really an opportunity for the cyclists to go through the chain bridge on the pavement where the cars were going. It is a really tight bridge. And because of that, it was really dangerous, and cyclists were using the sidewalks. It was really hard to go through the bridge as a pedestrian. Nowadays, because of the less traffic density that you can see, because only just the buses, bikes and the taxis can go over the bridge, means that it's much easier for the pedestrians and much easier for the cyclists as well. And this was one of the biggest arguments, that it's really easy to give back to the people, because you can save some time when you live in the city, and this is a really good initiative to create a much more livable city.